Alexis, Lightning Bolt is a newcomer to Hong Kong. What's been your impression of him so far? He's looked pretty good.
Yes, exactly. He seems to be a very nice progressive horse. He's done a lot of work and preparation since he's in Hong Kong, and he looks like he's fit enough and ready for this race.
Just on his trials, he looks to be a really strong travelling horse, and last time out he hit the line well.
Yes, correct. He showed good speed. Uh, he's well behaved. He jumps well. He's very professional, and he seems to be a nice type of horse, and he showed good abilities during the trial. So I'm looking forward to see what he can do on race day.
And has his track work replicated that as well? What he's been doing sort of in training most days?
Yes, he's been a great worker, very serious, and very professional, and every track work since recently has been great. So I'm very happy.
And barrier 7 is where you're drawn, obviously with the utmost respect to your rivals. It does look a winnable race as well, doesn't it, on debut?
Yeah, correct. I think it's all about the jump, but it seems like there is a bit of pace in the race from every gate. So I think it seems pretty simple and straightforward.
And just on your association with Danny, obviously that's a pretty good one as well. Some nice winners recently and a very healthy strike rate.
Yes, correct. Danny has been a great support since my day one in Hong Kong. So I hope I will maintain this connection and try my best to win as much as possible.
Luke, Joyful Genius is a horse he'll ride once again this Sunday. He looks to be the sort of type that's working up towards a win now.
Yeah, he's a very immature horse, but with each and every run he's coming on and learning more about it, and yeah, he's progressed nicely and comes through his work well.
And just on that learning process, he wore cheek pieces last time. Were they just put on in the sort of the hope that they would sort of help him focus and keep learning and maturing?
Yeah, definitely. That was the exact reason. His time before he was just laying in the run, and I think it was more greenness than anything. So the cheek pieces went on just help him concentrate and hopefully improvement.
And his run two back was obviously thoroughly eye-catching. Probably didn't get the best of run round. Last time out, he was doing all his best work late, and he just seems to be getting there, doesn't he, with every run now?
Yeah, look, obviously last time the draw didn't help much, but he was working to the line well and hit the line strong. So hopefully he's come through that well, and with a bit of luck in running this time, he can go better.
And just given obviously sort of where he is in his sort of preparation as such, would the plan be to sort of ride him that little bit more forward like he did last time?
Yeah, look, he got a slightly awkward draw, but he's coming on with every run and getting to know the ropes. So if we can be a bit more positive, it'd be ideal.
And just out of that last run, he's come out of it well. All the work at home has been good, and the reports have been good.
Yeah, I've been happy with his work. He's very happy in the mornings. He's working very well, and we'll see him go.
Joe, Sight Spirit is a horse that you'll jump on Sunday afternoon. He's been doing wonders so far, and we see him again this weekend.
Yeah, it's been impressive, in particular his last start, hasn't it? I mean, he did win with big margin, and the handicapper hammered him with 11 points, but I still believe that's not enough to stop him for the time being.
And I remember I spoke to you before this horse won last time out, and you'd mentioned about the trip, and going up in trip has suited him. He now goes to a mile. John's wasted no time in taking him to the 1600.
Well, apparently he also realized that the horse might need a little bit of more ground. So I'm glad that he's going for that steps, and hopefully he doesn't let us down.
John's a man who likes to keep his own riders on in track work. Have the reports been good on this horse that you've heard?
Yes, I haven't been on him as you did mention, but apparently watching the track work, he seems in good shape, and just hope that he's able to go there and give his best.
He was a bit more forward last time, Joe. He's got gate 11 this time over the mile. Would the plan be of similar thinking, that you'll try and have him sort of in a handier spot?
It's hard for me to predict where we're going to be in the race, because John, he does the speed map and he does it very well. So he gives us a very good guide on where we should be. But I guess just for being stepping up in distance, the pace of the race shouldn't be as fast as it's been the 12 and 1400 meters race that he has run at. So he might be able to put himself a little bit closer if we want to. But of course, I will just talk to John and take it from there.
The 4-year-old series, Joe, just around the corner. John's obviously got some nice horses engaged for that, Blaze Warrior and Master Delight and Co. This horse, on his rating, he's got a little bit to find, but in your opinion, how far off would he be, perhaps, of lining up around horses like that, possibly?
For the time being, he seems a bit far, even in rating. But you got to be giving credit for what he's done in particular his last run, when he won very impressively. So I'm sure John is very happy to have another one as options for the 4 years old series.
Zach, California Spangle this weekend is a horse you'll get back on board. I imagine you're looking forward to.
Yeah, sure, he's a horse I've got a lot of time for. I really, really like him. I don't think we've really seen the best of him yet. He just continues to get better, and his trial recently was really nice. I spoke to Matthew after the trial, and he feels like the horse might have improved as well. So if that's the case, he's in for another big run.
Obviously, as you say, Matthew rode him last time. You were unfortunately unable to. You rode him the time before, though. The reports have been good from the team in regards to his track work and everything else as well?
He's a lovely horse in the morning. He's got a really good attitude, and as he has on race day. And the only little thing that he needed to work out was to get out of the gates a bit quicker. At all his starts last season and early this season, his trials, he'd been a bit slow out of the gate, but he doesn't do anything wrong. He was just standing there letting the field sort of jump before he went with them, but he's worked that out now. And he's getting out really quickly. He's helping himself, and he's making it a lot easier for himself.
And gate 3 would almost look absolutely perfect for him, wouldn't it?
Sure, I expect he'd fly the gate, control the race, and get the job done.
Just on that time, that when you rode him 2 starts back, obviously that was nonchalant. He's won it extremely impressively. Does he give you the feel of a horse that really can work up through the grades? I mean, all what he's done so far has been mightily impressive.
Yeah, he does, and being a sort of Northern Hemisphere bred horse, he's a little bit behind the other horses as well. So I feel like he's going to keep going through the ratings, and he's an exciting horse, I think.
Just on Wednesday night, obviously very well done. You got to the 50. We had to wait till the last, but you got there. And what was a strange night at the Valley. I can't imagine you've experienced too many race meetings like that, but good to get the win nevertheless.
Yeah, well, that happens, you know. You have those meetings where, you know, the favourites continue to get rolled, but that's racing. My horses all put themselves in the right spots and run nice races, but sort of kept coming up a little bit short. And like I said, I had to wait for the last, but at least I got one, and it was a good way to close the night.
David, we'll see Lucky with you run again this weekend. He was very impressive last time.
I thought it was his best win of all his wins. He really hit the line, which thrilled me, because I thought his first 2 wins he was a bit empty, getting to the post, but certainly up in class, hit the line well.
And just on that win, I mean, Karras has never had to get that serious with him. He's confirmed those placings with the horses he beat the time before, so it's rock solid form.
Yeah, really good form, and I can tell punters he's thrilled me in training, so I think he's heading in the right direction. A little bit of a query at the 1400, but it gives me the impression he'll run it right out.
And just on that work since then, you've been happy with that. What has he done since then, David? Is he an easy horse to sort of train and deal with and get ready?
With 2 weeks between runs, we've just been ticking him over, and we let him stretch his legs on Wednesday morning, and he responded well.
He likes to lead. He's been blessed with good gates in his last couple. He's drawn a little bit wider out this time around. Do you envisage any sort of issue from that, or is he quite straightforward?
Look, I'll leave it to Karras, but in training he's been able to sit behind, and in his trials he sat behind. If there's no tempo, he'd probably lead, and if they run along a bit, he'll sit second or third. He's a pretty straightforward horse.
And you mentioned obviously his win last time was probably the best that we've seen from him. Obviously this time around he's going up a notch. He's taking on a very smart horse. You're a man that clearly would respect the rivals. I mean, Romantic Warrior, it's going to be a good clash between those pair.
Yeah, I was disappointed to see him in the race, but he's clearly a very good young horse like mine, and it'll be very interesting. There's a couple of good races Sunday, and that's one of them.
I know it's early days and we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but how exciting is this horse? How excited does he get you, this fellow?
I think he's pretty smart. I think he's a horse that at the end of his career I'll be disappointed if he's not ticking past 100 rating, and so he's got a bit of room for punters to follow him up.